Russian airstrikes kill at least one person in Odessa and at least 2 people in Ukraine's second city of Kharkiv.
A court has ordered the unidentified male charged with attempting to assassinate the Slovakian Prime Minister Robert Fico to be detained. The suspect was transported via motorcade to Slovakia's specialised criminal court for his first court appearance. Prosecutors sought the detention order for fears he could escape or commit other crimes. Ministry officials confirm Fico is in a serious but stable condition and that Parliament will resume.
Dohodli sme sa, že vláda bude pokračovať ďalej podľa nastaveného programu, ktorý nastavil on. To znamená, budúci týždeň budú minimálne 2 zasadnutia vlády, jedno štandardné a jedno osobitné kvôli rokovaniam o eurofondoch.
The 59-year-old Prime Minister was shot in the abdomen while greeting supporters in the town of Handlova. The alleged assassin shot 5 rounds before being tackled to the ground and arrested.
Slovak PM Robert Fico remains in a serious condition after undergoing a new surgery in the intensive care unit of the FD Roosevelt Hospital in Banska Bystrica. In a press briefing on Friday, his medical staff added that Fico is stable and conscious.
Na základe tohto výstupu toho operačného výkonu bolo odstránené nekrotické tkanivo, ktoré zostalo po strelnej rane. Pacient je toho času už pri vedomí, je stabilizovaný, ale je naďalej umiestnený na áre.
The 59-year-old leader was shot multiple times on Wednesday while greeting supporters in a nearby town. Police have taken in custody a male suspect. He's been charged with attempted murder. In search for evidence, they brought him to his house in the town of Levice on Friday and reportedly seized his computer and some documents. Authorities described the man as a lone wolf, not affiliated to any political group. But the Interior Minister said the attack might have been politically motivated.
One person was killed and 8 others were wounded on Friday following Russian airstrikes on Odessa, according to Ukrainian officials. Elsewhere, Ukrainian troops were fighting to halt the Russian advances in Ukraine's northern eastern Kharkiv region that was launched last week. The recent attacks are trying to stretch Ukrainian resources, according to military analysts. They're spread out across the front line in the northeast, central east and southern east of Ukraine. In the northern eastern city of Kharkiv, 2 people were killed and 25 were injured in Russian airstrikes. The second largest city is targeted almost daily and in broad daylight, according to Kharkiv's mayor. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said during his nightly address on Friday that Ukraine's aim is to prevent Russia's attempt to expand the war and to prevent it from breaking through the front line. The Russian Defense Ministry on Friday said that it had destroyed over 100 drones, including in the Black Sea, over Crimea, the Krasnodar and the Belgorod regions. The drone raids on Crimea marked Kyiv's attempt to strike back during Moscow's offensive. Northern Italy has been hit by severe storms and heavy rainfall, leaving several regions, including Padua and Vicenza, submerged. Emergency services have been mobilized using dinghies to rescue residents from flooded homes, while cars float in the inundated streets. France is also experiencing severe weather, with Météo France placing 39 departments under yellow alert for thunderstorms. This includes parts of the Île-de-France region, where Paris, the Yvelines, Essonne and Seine-et-Marne departments are. They're on alert for severe storms that were due from midday on Saturday. Meanwhile, in Slovenia, local storms formed and heavy rainfall hit the northeast on Thursday evening. And in Stajerska and Gorenska, the rivers swelled up, with some of them bursting their banks.
Pope Francis encouraged forgiveness and love on a one-day trip to Verona. The head of the Catholic Church met with ministry officials in the medieval Italian town and spoke within the Basilica of Saint Zeno. In his sermon, the Pope mentioned the genius of Shakespeare, the 16th century playwright that penned Romeo and Juliet after being inspired by Verona. Like the play, Pope Francis encouraged his attendees to sow a love that is stronger than hatred and death.
Hi, my name is Adelaide Charlier. I'm a climate justice activist from Belgium and based in Brussels. And if I were an MEP, I would not let go of the Green Deal. I would actually fight for it to be more systemic, more holistic, and most importantly, I would not make the Green Deal about climate. I would make it about a European vision. I would include citizens, so for example, include the recommendations of the Conference of the Future of Europe, and making sure that we take into account citizens when we put so much effort in actually organizing ourselves to include them. If I were an MEP, I would realize there is a lot of work to change the narrative around climate transition. And I would say to my colleagues that there is no other way but to transition. Because change is coming, and it's either we organize it or we suffer from it.
Mein Name ist Lena Schilling, ich bin Klimaaktivistin und ich trete für die Grünen zur EU-Wahl als Spitzenkandidatin an. Warum mache ich das? Weil die Klimakrise eine der größten Herausforderungen ist, vor denen wir als Menschheit stehen. Und da wird es ganz viele Hebel geben, die wir angehen. Eine der ersten konkreten Dinge, für die ich mich einsetze, ist eine Mobilitätswende. Das heißt, dass Mobilität, die Zugverbindungen zwischen Hauptstädten viel billiger werden und verlässlicher. Eine ganz konkrete Initiative ist der Europatarif. Jeder Kilometer zwischen Wien und einer anderen Hauptstadt zum Beispiel soll nur 10 Cent kosten. Das würde zwischen Wien und Berlin 68 € kosten und wäre damit billiger als Flüge aktuell. Ja, die Mobilitätswende, die Klimawende muss leistbar sein und alle Menschen mitnehmen.